What's up, people? This is Zariel for another episode of Bullshit, where we tell it like it is and not the way it wants to be told. Texas mother kills her baby daddy over a cheap Mother's Day present. Now, like Mother's Day wasn't too long ago, and one thing I would like to say to the women: do not, under any circumstances, expect too damn much. Don't let your girlfriends hype you up. Don't get jealous of what your girlfriends have, because all of that is childish. Period. I understand. You do stuff for your man. You do this, that, and the third for him. Then come Mother's Day, it seems like you get underappreciated and you feel like going off. I get you. I understand. It's a lot of fathers that can relate to you, because on Father's Day, all they get is a fucking, a suit tie, some socks, maybe. You know what I mean? That type of bullshit, that type of typical bullshit, and who knows? Like, they might get some pussy thrown their way. Real shit. But, to go as far as to kill the one that you with because your expectations were set too high, or not even that, because you had high expectations, just, well, not too high expectations, but, like they were set high to where you expected to get this, but instead you got this. And then you get so pissed off that you kill a man. What's even worse is that your babies are right there in the room close to when that shit happened. Now, I'm going to leave this video in the description, because you can see, like, there's blood on the walls, all over the couch. It's just fucking ridiculous that, as the lady has said in the video, it's fucked up that somebody will put the value of a gift over someone's life. Which, in all honesty, seems to be like one of the stupidest things ever. I can understand wanting to kill him. You can be so mad at him that you would want to kill him, but to actually go through with it, that's just a whole nother story. You know what I mean? Like I said, I feel you if you feel underappreciated. Trust me, I do. It's a lot of men that can relate to you for Father's Day. Trust me. But this is right here is just inexcusable. And the guy was only 22 years old. So it's a lot of things that could factor in. So while he just bought you like some flowers and a card, maybe he didn't know how to express himself on those days. It's a lot of men that grew up in some cold-hearted environments. Like they weren't raised to be like these Romeos that you expect them to be. Maybe he was working his way up there to get you a gift or this, that, and the third. Maybe he was trying to make sure that he took proper steps. A lot of y'all may say, oh, that's just bullshit. No, it's a lot of men out there that grew up in some cold-hearted fucking environments. And a lot of females can relate to that. They don't know how to express themselves, on days like Mother's Day and Christmas and Thanksgiving and things like that. They don't necessarily know how to come out with those feelings, and they don't know how to buy the right things. So it's a ton of things that might factor into this. And I know it's a lot of people out there, men and women, that can feel me on that. It's just fucking crazy. You know? But, you know, like, this shit didn't have to happen. You know, it did not have to happen. A 22-year-old who bought you gifts, regardless what they were, he bought you gifts, whereas other women on that very same day probably got shit. But, you know, like, you didn't bother to look at it that way, did you? Of course not. It's a lot of women that wish they would have got, you know, flowers in a card. Like, on some serious shit. You got some women out there who get so underappreciated that they don't get nothing. And I'm not saying you shouldn't do your best, fellas. I'm not saying that you shouldn't do your best, ladies. I shouldn't say that you shouldn't, you know, expect more, but don't expect so much though to where when you do get, you know, like gifts for Mother's Day or like your birthday or whatever, you end up doing some shit like this. You know, don't put the value of something materialistic over the value of someone's life, because the shit just ain't worth it. Period. I mean, like, if you was that pissed off at the gifts, like, why didn't you just leave the nigga? You know what I mean? Straight up. But I'm gonna get out of here. The link to the video is gonna be in the description. Like, I know you can't see the woman's face that well because the camera is kind of blurry and all that. But yeah, like, the link to the video is gonna be in the description. You guys can check the video out. And hey, as long as there's bullshit in this world, I'm gonna have shit to talk about. Peace.